And that's the beginning of what spring looks like here in the Pacific Northwest. Nick invited me out to one of his commercial inspections, and I was out here in Northeast. We're taking a look at all these different spot repairs, this multi-layer system, which is super strange. We're wondering, like, how does the roof look like this when from the ground? I think everyone in Northeast knows this CVS here, but they're having multiple issues and layers that we're just like, why would their landlord be treating them like this? So we're going to go ahead and give them the DL on solutions that we can stand by, aka warrantable solutions, and make sure they keep on flowing. But ultimately, it's important to educate the property managers that we're working with to ensure that they understand what needs to happen for the ROI of the building and what they need to budget for in the future, what they can't really be settling for when choosing the vendor that either wants to present a long-term or a short-term solution. I don't think there's really going to be a short-term solution here for them, especially with this. I'm feeling some squishy areas now too, especially around this valley area. So I'm going to help Nick take some inventory and go ahead and look at all the different penetrations and see what's going on. It's just not good. So we're going to go ahead, and you have to have these harder conversations with people, especially when they don't necessarily really understand the value of maintenance and the importance of making sure that you're not having to chase down issues with temporary solutions, but doing things right from the beginning with warrantable manufacturer specified repairs. Look at this shit. This should have a cricket. Oh, that's a clogged drain for sure. Where's the grate on it? Oh, the scupper's clogged. Son of a bitch. God damn it. It could be clogged underground, and literally, I've seen this before. I bet you I stick my hand through that to try to unclog it. Let's take a look here. It's because of those elbows in the downspout. It could be clogged underground, and so you can try to move this stuff and it don't even drain. Yeah, it's because the whole downspout's clogged. And so what'll happen though is the moisture will find the crease in that area. I mean, there's ice dams that'll happen, also shit. When it's actually raining, it's not even rained here in the last like 12 hours. It stopped last night, I'm pretty sure, but this water backs up all around here and finds an entry point. That's sketchy. So there's some emergency situations here just to get them back up on their feet. There's some other questionable repairs here as well. Failed coatings, all the different things. Again, super strange why we would find these issues on such a newer looking building. This kind of tells you there's different management styles, different budgets involved, and so they've tried to speckle and sprinkle and speckle these issues. Oh, cool, we get to look at some residential roofs too here. Sorry to be eavesdropping, neighbors of Northeast, but I guarantee you there's not enough intake on this roof, and that roof over there is going to start to look like this roof, where you can see the trusses popping through, and that's because there's some swelling going on underneath these systems, and you can see they got a cracked pipe boot on that 4-inch over there, and this is their attempt at the intake, is these stupid little boxes. It drives us crazy, but they don't necessarily even have enough slope, so I can see why they might have tried to do that. But this beam here should have a piece of cap metal on it too before they set that truss down. Look at the roof to wall detail here. Actually, they might have probably they just slipped some 1x3 under here. Ooh, the coating, just complete garbage. So let's talk about restoration. Ooh, red flag. You guys seeing that siding right there? There is no siding right behind that step flashing. It is wide open. We're going to have to give him a card. That's bad. This is like a brand new roof too. That's bad. Okay, so back to commercial. Residential? Commercial. Why restoration or coatings fail in the first place is because there's maybe no core sample taken to see what the saturation of the interior insulation was. And so if you're trying to create a solution, again, probably all due to a lack of maintenance, goodness, I mean, textbook roof needs, right? Like, it's a matter of making sure that the property managers, the building owners, the investors involved, these are assets for folks. That could be all water right there. Everyone is worried about money at the end of the day. It's annoying, right? It's the energy that binds us. But oh, watch out for that curb there. But I really want to talk about steep slope residential, but I mean, the idea is pretty simple. I think everyone understands the value of maintenance, preventative maintenance. Annual inspections could have caught all these details way far in advance, and at that point they might not be looking at the expenses, the capital expenses of something that they'll be looking at in this case could be 6 figures deep easily, whereas they tried to throw shit at the wall and it ain't sticking. And so moderate amount of penetrations. They got the breather vents coming in here. These massive, looks like they got to be some sort of framed in cricket. HVAC curbs, questionable patching and silicone around them. See, now why they went with the membrane over the front here and the metal is also just what's the approach. I'm trying to figure it all out, and ultimately trying to bring value. It's just when you're thrown up against the wall and expected to give people the moon, and then you're giving them, you're presented with just garbage. So like, help us save our probably $5 or $10 million asset, and don't charge us more than a couple grand to come up here and fix an issue that's. And so why do we have in the architecture here an interior drain and a through wall scupper? Also drives me crazy. So just another day in the life here at Flow and Northeast Portland Roofing. So we're gonna go ahead and hop off to the next one. Me and Nick got a I think it is a lunch and learn or some sort of meeting here, and then I'm going to be meeting with a GC right after this. We're going to go do some water testing on a TPO porch install we did. We finished up last week, and so back to the residential. It's just, I can't stop looking at roofs. It's all I do for the last 7 years straight was just look at roofs and gutters, and seeing the variation in the approaches just drives you crazy. Look at, all right, so first off, I'm going to stop here. This is where we're going to stop for sure. What the fuck was this gutter guy thinking? Oh yeah, just have a nice 6-inch overhang. Dude, not even fucking paying attention. So, should be a 1/2 inch on each side. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. All these flags, red as fuck. I gotta get off this roof, head off to the next one. Maybe we'll post it, and hope you guys are seeing what we're up against. But ultimately, solutions for this one, property owners, property managers not going to do it, is the full replacement. That's the last option. We don't want anyone to do that. This one here, the only thing we can do confidently is add breather vents on a layover. So you had your cover board, you had your membrane on top, you reflash all your penetrations, you had the manufacturer do the inspection, and you got your 12 to 20 year warranty on the product. If you maintain it properly, you can get a 30-year lifespan out of a 20-year product on paper in the membrane world, and then you can go through and you can restore that. You can get your 50 years out of that one system, and then after that restoration process, then you got to do the full cycle again. Either ideally seismic code don't change that much, but it does on a building this quote new. there shouldn't be any of those issues, but it's neglect here that's going to cost them. And of course they don't have to go with the flow, but we're going to give them the harder conversation. They're going to hear the truth, and hopefully they listen this time instead of trying to kick the can down the road. You can see where it's getting them. It's pretty bad.